guys, it's Tina. Someone asked a question and I thought I'd answer here. So the question was, what was the biggest result of a dietary change? And basically I assume that means giving up something and the result that happened. And what was the biggest one? So I would have to say that sugar was the hardest thing to give up, only because I was addicted to sugar. So I had to slowly wean myself off of sugar. And once I did, then I was okay. I didn't crave it. But those first few days, weeks, I did crave a lot. So that was the hardest to give up. Oil was the easiest. I just had to learn how to water saute and dry fry and purchase some silicone mats for baking. And I was gold there. That was really, really simple. I didn't give up flour because I am still addicted to bread. And so I have to limit myself. But I don't see a problem with that so long as I do limit myself. And I want the freedom to have bread. I don't see a problem with having bread. Salt was, it was the easiest to control at home as far as not cooking with it, but it was the hardest to control as far as sauces and condiments and canned foods. Because let's face it, if you're going to buy a canned vegetable, tomato, ketchup, canned beans, whatever, and you get the no salt version, it's like twice as much. So that's hard to do. Now, if I'm cooking at home and everything is all fresh, whole ingredients, that's really easy to do. So those are basically the dietary changes. Okay, meat was not hard to give up. I just slowly weaned myself off, and then by the second week of not cooking meat, I couldn't stand to touch it or smell it. So that was really easy to do. Dairy was easy for me personally because I'm lactose intolerant. And the only really dairy that I had was cottage cheese once in a while. And so that was easy for me to just, give that up because it was an occasional thing. So those are all the things that I've given up or not. And the biggest change, the biggest result that I saw from giving those things up, I have to say is salt. And let me explain why. Because salt, I really believe, was raising my blood pressure. So I saw that impact. I saw the blood pressure going down. Salt caused me to swell. It caused the inflammation. It caused my arthritis to flare up. Now, inflammation causes pain. So salt causes you to retain water, then you swell up. The inflammation goes through your whole body. It affects your blood pressure, and it does cause pain for arthritis and aches and pains for those of us who are older and have that. And I never realized that was happening. I never saw the trigger of, oh, I ate salt, so my hands swelled up, or my feet swelled up, or my back is achy today, because salt was in my everyday life. So I never made that connection. And once I started really eliminating and cutting down where I could, and again, that was in my own cooking, then I saw the change. So if I have a pasta sauce or a ketchup that has salt in it, I see the difference. I see that change. So to answer the question, what was the biggest result for a dietary change? It's salt. Another thing that salt does besides the inflammation is it causes cravings. At least for me it did. And think about that. That's why Lay's potato chips says you can't eat just one. You can't eat just one because salt causes cravings. It's addictive. So if you have something salty, you want more of that salty, those salty nuts, that salty popcorn, those salty chips. And then you get, for me anyway, you get so much in your body and then the craving changes. Then I would want sweet. So then I would eat some sweet and then, oh, there's too much sweet in my mouth and then I need something salty. And I know men tease us women about going back and forth with the cravings, the salty and the sweet, but it really is true. The struggle is real. So avoid the salt. It's easier to not crave the sweet. So that's the answer to the question, salt. So where you can cut it down, cut it down. If you can eliminate it from some dishes completely, do. Tell me if you've had these changes. Tell me what you saw. And if it wasn't salt, what was it for you? Comment below, because everyone needs this information. We're all on this journey together. We're all going to be a sounding board for each other, and we need each other. Let's face it. Let's stay in this community together. Have a good day, guys.